Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, my president. It gives me a pleasure to be amongst you. At the outset, I would like to thank DGE for being present, and I would be failing in my duty if I do not thank my good friend and younger brother George, AG George, who has connected me to this club. So in his absence, I would like to thank him, and I can see a lot of my friends from across, right from PAG Nana from Ghana, and then to PAG Vinny, PAG Anil Bhai, and all many friends from India, Pakistan, Ghana, and I can see from at least 6 to 8 countries my friends have arrived just to listen to me. Thank you very much. Friends, the Rotary Foundation is what we think speak nowadays in Rotary, because Rotary Foundation is about doing good in the world. Before I start, I would just like to share a small video with you, and I think that should set the tone for it. So friends, this was the centennial video brought out by Rotary Foundation to celebrate the 100 years of Rotary Foundation. And as we can see, it started way back in 1917 with the then sixth president of Rotary International Arc Club, giving a contribution of $26.5 towards the Rotary Foundation and starting it. The Rotary Foundation was formally named as the Rotary Foundation at the Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA Convention in 1928. I would not be going into much details of the Rotary Foundation. Yes, because it's the basics of Rotary Foundation. We would first like to understand what the Rotary Foundation does and how it helps and how we should move ahead. So I would not be going into the advances. Now, having said that, Rotary Foundation started with the motto of doing good in the world. As we saw in this video also, it says what the Rotary Foundation does is doing good in the world for everything. Rotary Foundation works for all the 7 focus areas and all 5 avenues of service. It ensures that everything is covered, and the Rotarians, along with like-minded people, join hands and help the community as a core. And to move forward, the Rotary Foundation has come out with a mission statement that is to enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, and the elevation of poverty. So friends, from this mission statement, we can see the basic mission of Rotary Foundation is to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace, which can be seen by the very fact that Rotary International was one of the 42 NGOs invited by the United Nations before the charter, and it was one of the advisors. And Rotary International has a permanent seat in the United Nations Assembly. So this shows that Rotary is bound by its mission and it follows it fully. Then how do we achieve peace? the foundation mission further states that to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, and the elevation of poverty. So, the ultimate aim is that if we do not have good education, if we do not have good health, or we are not able to elevate the poverty, it will be difficult for us to bring out peace, because understanding and peace will come only when people are happy, people have good food to eat, people have their stomach full of food, they are healthy and they are educated, then only peace would come around the world. As we can see in this world, there are a lot many conflicts going on. So I think the Rotary Foundation plays a very important role in that. Now, how does the Rotary Foundation work? Basically, the Rotary Foundation works in three, means the sources of funds of Rotary Foundation are basically three. One is the Polio Plus Fund. Polio Plus Fund is the fund which we all know that we have been suffering through the pandemic of polio. It was started way back in 1985 with a small club in Manila. They took the initiative with the Polio Plus Fund. And then slowly the Rotary Club in Manila took it, the Rotary district in Manila took over, and ultimately Rotary International took over it. And then we tied up with the United Nations and the Global Polio Eradication Initiative in the World Health Assembly in 1988. It started. And then by now, Rotary has spent more than 2 billion on the polio initiative, and we have been able to eradicate polio from practically the rest of the world except for two countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan. Pakistan, unfortunately, it was having 1 or 2 cases up to 2 years back. Recently, 13 more cases have come back. But yes, Rotary is working very hard to remove polio. Nigeria was the last country from which polio was declared as eradicated a few years back. And now we are just, the world is awaiting from Afghanistan and Pakistan. Once that is done, the world will be declared as polio free. How it started, I have already told you, and it is also supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They started it with a 100 million challenge, US dollar 100 million challenge, that we'll give a US dollar 100 million if the Rotarians are able to collect the equivalent amount within a few months. And they were shocked to see that Rotary was able to match it within 1.5 to 2 months. And then even today, for every dollar that you donate to the Polio Plus Fund, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation donates $2 to that. And over and above that, the Rotary Foundation matches it with $3. So every dollar that you donate to the Polio Plus Fund becomes $6, and it goes for the eradication of polio. The next and most important source of fund of the Rotary Foundation is the annual fund. That is basically the primary source of funding of the Rotary Foundation. That is from where we get the district grants. The district grants are normally up to $2,000 to $5,000, which come to the district, and the district gives to small clubs for various projects. And then 50% of that goes to the World Fund or the annual share fund, where in you get the global grants. From the rest 50%, Rotary matches the global grants position. So annual fund is the important one, because ultimately if you don't contribute to the annual fund, Rotary will not be able to distribute it for the purpose of other funds. Polio Plus is dedicated for only polio eradication, but annual fund is the basic fund. The funds are used for different areas, as I said, for all the 7 focus areas and all the 5 avenues of service. If you have a project, just bring in a project. In a global grant, what you have to do is just match it, bring out amount, bring out a project that you have of a bigger scale, get your district to match it, find a matching partner overseas in another country. That is, matching partner will be another club, and then their district will also match it. Once that is done, Rotary Foundation also gives the global grant matching with it. It can start from a minimum of $30,000 and can go anywhere. Recently, in our district, we have a club for the pediatric heart surgery. They have got a global grant of 100,000 US dollars. That is the biggest in the near past, because earlier they used to give, in between they had curtailed. But for pediatric heart surgeries, one of the clubs in our district has got a global grant of $100,000. So friends, it all comes from the annual fund that we contribute as part of the Rotary Foundation. And the third important source of fund is the endowment fund. In the endowment fund, funds are given for perpetuity. They are given as part of a trust. They are given as part of endowment, so that the funds are used for a specific purpose. So define the purpose. The income earned out of that will be earned. The funds are invested in some equities and mutual funds and bonds, securities, and then the earnings out of that are spent for the purpose that you define. You can give an endowment fund as an individual. You can give an endowment fund as a club. You can give an endowment fund as a district, or you can get endowment fund from outside, be it corporates, be it NGOs or others. Also, an endowment fund has to be of minimum of $25,000. And as a club, what you can do is you can combine as a club, make contribution from members. The minimum contribution per member required is $1,000. If you contribute it that way, you can create your own endowment fund. Like you can have a Rotary Club of Abuja Waske endowment fund for $25,000 for a particular purpose. Give it to the Rotary Foundation. They will invest it on your behalf, and annual earnings will be sent to you for spending for your purpose. The annual earnings come back to you every year for spending for your purpose, after a deduction of 5% for the administration charges in the annual this thing. So this is how you can join an endowment fund also. It gives you a status of a benefactor member. How do you normally give? As far as giving for Polio Plus and annual fund is concerned, you can give through cash or transfer it directly to the Rotary International Rotary Foundation account. Whereas for the endowment fund, you can either give gifts of cash or investments or properties. Even investments and properties you can transfer. You can give life income gifts. You can give as testamentary gifts through your wills or estate. You can make Rotary Foundation the beneficiary of your life insurance or retirement plan or other financial accounts. This way you can contribute to the endowment fund also. And ultimately, what it is used for, as we saw in the video, multi-purpose. As I said, one is the important thing is the Polio Plus program. The other is all the 7 areas of focus. It is being used. Even the environment, now you get a global grant for that. And most important is the Rotary Peace Fellowships. Rotary International is granting around 130 fellowships every year. That is 50 master's degree and 80 diploma, that is 1-year courses, and 50 3-year courses. They are given to people who are involved in peace, but they have to be non-Rotarians. A person who is not a Rotarian can be nominated by a Rotary Club. It goes to the district, and through a process, every expense of them, once they are selected, all the expenses are paid by Rotary. It is done in 7 centers across the globe. USA, 2 centers are there, Uganda, Australia, UK. So we have 7, Netherlands, Amsterdam. We have around 7 centers across the globe. Makerere is the latest one in Uganda, which normally gives a certificate course of 1 year. People can join. All the expenses, right from travel to stay to education, is funded by a Rotary Foundation over there. So they have nothing to pay, but that way we create peace scholars. And then why should you give to Rotary Foundation? There are 3 important things. To give to Rotary Foundation, as I said, one is you are serving the community, because individually what you can give and how much you can serve, you get N number of hands. Once you give it to the Rotary Foundation and go through the foundation, you can reach the different corners of the world. Rotary is working across the globe in all the 204 countries where we have Rotarians. You reach the globe, because our reach as an individual gets restricted if we do it individually. If I give, I may be able to do locally to some people. Here you can reach a larger amount of people because cumulative figure creates. The other is you will get recognitions also. Rotary gives recognition for donors. That is, you can, if you give $100 every year, you become a Rotary Foundation sustaining member certificate you will get every year. If you give $1,000 every year, you become a Paul Harris Fellow. If you give around $10,000 cumulatively over a period of years, you become a Paul Harris, you become a major donor. If you give a commitment of $1,000 every year for 10 years, you become a Paul Harris Society member. If you give for the endowment fund, you become a benefactor member. And if you give overall cumulatively more than $250,000 cumulatively over your period, then you can also get a certification of R-Club certificate. Even the clubs get recognition if they encourage the foundation giving. If 100% of the members are contributing to the foundation of $25 or more, you will get a 100% foundation giving club certificate. Then if you have 100% Paul Harris Fellows, 100% Paul Harris Fellow certificate, 100% Paul Harris Society certificate. If every of your Rotarian is a contributor to the Rotary International by giving $25 every year, and the club per capita gives around $100 every year, you will get a every Rotarian every year certificate. Even the Rotary clubs are encouraged. If they just give $100 to the Rotary Foundation as a club, they get a Rotary giving certificate. So even now, Rotary clubs are also encouraged to give to the Rotary Foundation. Because I have been given only 15 minutes, so before I end, I would just like again to go with another video, which I think would summarize what I have just said. Just give me a moment. friends, from this it is very clear what we can see is how Rotary contributes to all the 7 focus areas in different ways. I would just like to conclude by saying 2 things is we should now start donating to the foundation, support the foundation. The foundation needs us. And why should we contribute? Because Charity Navigator, the agency which rates the NGOs across the globe, has for the 14th year consecutive given the top 4-star rating to Rotary Foundation, which is a record. For the continuous 14th year, Rotary Foundation has got a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator. And moreover, our costs are very less. If you see, if you go to any other NGO, be it UNESCO and all that, they are doing good work. But if you go to them, you will find that their administrative costs go from 25% to 40%, whereas our administrative cost is hardly 2.97%. So you can very well see that out of every $100 that you contribute, safely you can say that $97.3 go to the beneficiaries and is not going to the administrative account. And that's why we should all go for Rotary Foundation. Thank you. Thank you, friends. And I would again like to thank the charter president for giving me the opportunity, and my friend George for giving me the opportunity to give my views. Thank you very much. I hope I have been within my time.
Wow, 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 wow,
I would
wow.
like to
Awesome.
recognize my PDG Kailash Jethani, who is also joined.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. PPVJ, you've done noble. Thank you so. Can we all give him a round of applause, please? This is brilliant and awesome. Honestly,
Indeed,
wonderful.
indeed.
Wonderful. Indeed, wonderful. Thank you so much. You are cited. My amazing. My PAG, thank you so much. My wonderful, delectable AG, you are cited. Please, can you please give our eloquent speaker a word of appreciation on behalf of this club and every Rotarian present on this call, please? My wonderful AG, is he in the house? Okay, in his absence, can I please call my amiable DGE, Rotarian Princess Joy Okoro, the wonderful woman of the year thus far? Can you please give a word of thanks to our eloquent presenter, PPVJ?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, my president, fellow Rotarians, and our wonderful guests that are in the room. The AG has been trying to join. I don't know what is happening because it said it keeps bouncing back. So I don't know what it is. Vijay, you've done us noble. It's like giving us breakfast to eat. You know, Rotary Foundation is something I do interpret as giving myself food to eat. If I can give myself food to eat, I should contribute to the foundation for the rest of the world, especially those that really need it. So I want to thank you very much on behalf of this noble club. I'll say Abuja Gazape, the Caring Club. Can you imagine their name, the Caring Club? That is the slogan they have. So they have this at the back of their mind that foundation is something they have to key into. And for bringing you this morning to speak on Rotary Foundation and what you have given us this morning, we want to say thank you. Thank you very, very much. And I know that soon we'll be calling you back. If not just to the club, we're calling you for the district to give every Rotarian in District 9127 this charming encouragement to pay to the Rotary Foundation for the betterment of humanity. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, our DGE. Awesome. Always beautiful and straight to the point. Thanks, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know if there are questions or if there are observations. If there's anything anybody has to add to this to make addition to this? Can you please just raise up your hand and the secretary will give you the floor in 1 minute. Yeah, if they are known for this upscale of knowledge, I want to thank you once again personally. And then as a caring club, we can't thank you enough, but we have a little beautiful certificate of appreciation to present to you. I hope you wouldn't mind. You know, Rotary is a family, and it is from the bottom of our hearts. We are presenting to you this beautiful certificate. Yeah, that is it on the screen. This certificate of appreciation is for you, PPVJ. We'll send it to you personally, and then you will print it out. You can please help us glaze it and let it be part of all your certificates, gifts, awards, and all that you have. I hope you don't mind. It's just a token of our love, please. Over to you, our PPVJ.
Yeah. Thank you, my CP, for such a good gesture. Thank you very much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you so much. Oh, my PAG Fonaka, you're welcome. All our friends from all over the world. We have PAG Kati from Pakistan. We have PAGs from Ghana, from Kenya, from Bombay, from Nigeria, from District 9127, District 9125, and all over the world present in this little house this morning. We do not take your coming for granted. Thank you for coming to fellowship with us. So can I ask Rotary Erelu Rotimi, our IS chair, International Service Chair, to please take the charge and let's move ahead.
So thank you very much for giving the opportunity for us to present in this program. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From Rotary, Bangalore, Agra, Rotary District 319.
Ciao. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Rotary Erelu, our IS chair, please, can you take the floor for our search, please?
Me?
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
I think
sir.
I think I wrongly I intervened. So I'm patiently watching and enjoying actually. I'm from India.
Thank you so much.
Kirti,
Thank you so much.
Kirti has raised her hand. I think she wants to speak. CP Kirti has raised her hands. I think she wants to speak.
Oh, okay.
Hello everyone. I'm Rotarian Kirti here from Rotary Club of Organ Donation. Sorry I couldn't communicate earlier. I was in other meeting physically. I was in a traffic. So I'm very glad to meet this club with this association with Vijayji because I was introduced by him online with many Rotarians all over the world. And you are doing wonderful, and my greetings to PDG there. In fact, I don't know ma'am, but she looks beautiful. And this meeting for Rotary Foundation was very important because I am a member for past 4 years. And yes, giving is so important because I am based from cause-based club, and organ donation transplants needs money. So Rotary Foundation has been a very backbone for a cause-based clubs as well. And that's because we are giving. So more than $100 is always appreciated. But yes, $100 is a very big, help to the beneficiaries. So that's what I wanted to thank Vijay ji for giving a basic info regarding this. And yes, I continue to be giving to the foundation so that I can meet wonderful people like you here and associate for our projects and your projects as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rotary and Kitty. You're welcome.